All right, everybody, I want to welcome you to Planet Pool Tour. Going to do a match here with Shaun Alaska Morgan and Shaun Get Some Wilkie. This is the Inside Pool production. I'm here with Rob Metz. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. Back
Good.
for another day of some good action. They're going to lag for the break here. It should be a pretty good match. It's going to be close on the lag here, it looks like. Looks like Shaun won the lag. Shaun's break. Wilkie, that is. We got two Shauns. Once again, the tournament's being held at Top Hat Billiards in Parkville, Maryland. Planet Pool Tour. This is a loser side match. Shaun Wilkie had just lost a tough match, Hill to Ryan McCrease. Ryan's been playing very well this weekend.
So this is going to be a race of 7 here.
Yeah, race of 7 on the loser side. Looks like it's almost safe to say whoever gets to the 3 first is going to probably win the game. But the one's not laying too good. He may be able to cut it down in the corner and come back around 2 rails. It's a tough shot. He may neglect to play it safe here. Let's see what he does. He neglected to go safe, try to put him between the balls. Oh, he broke the 3-9 up. Nope, they laid back in line, though. Still a tough shot back over top the 9. Anytime you're jacked up over top of a ball, it makes things more difficult. Once again, you can't get your hand on the table. It makes things a little more uncomfortable.
Yep. Here at Top Hat Billiard Club.
I like that shot. I like in the beginning of a match not being really completely loose and comfortable yet in the match, trying to fire at a ball. It could have been a sellout. Neglected to play safe until he gets the feel of the match. Watch it. Oh.
I try to play as strong as possible.
Yeah, it's
strong
always
as
nice.
possible, right in the first ball.
Absolutely. Well, it's nice if you can get out the gate and run out the first rack. It shows the other player that you come to play.
Well, I'll tell you, statistically, I do these matches all the time, so after seeing 30 matches at some of these tournaments, I start to see details, and it's gone to show over time that the players that come out the most serious about the game and focused are the guys that win.
Absolutely.
The guys that play with their phone and watch TV and
talk to others behind them and stuff. Yeah. It brings concentration level down. You got to put all your attention to what's going on at the table. That was a nice shot, actually.
It was a great
Shaun
shot.
Morgan. He'd have liked to have him a little more behind it too, but it looks like it was enough, to make it a tough kick. And yeah, he's going to get ball in hand here. That was a good shot by Mr. Morgan. Shouldn't be much trouble. He's gotta get on the little window between the 3 and the 9. He may neglect to try to come around and just play the 3-9, and it looks like that's what he's going to do. Where he left himself straight in just to follow it. It's always good to get that first game, a nice little quick combo or something on the 9 and get you out the gate. It does feel good to jump out first. Uh-oh, there's a corner over there. Uh-oh. Wow. Wow. He tried to get, looked like he tried to get too perfect on it when he only had to get over by the first diamond. I think he could have put a little more spin on that ball to straighten it out a little more.
9 ball drops.
Well, 1-0, Shaun Gets Some Wilkie. Those are games that you definitely got to capitalize on a player like Mr. Wilkie, because he's going to make you pay for it if not.
Yeah, you gotta take it serious because Shaun's a good player.
Shaun can hit a very high gear. He's, as everybody knows, he's plays second out in the Valley Forge Super Expo out there. Lost to Van Boeing, I believe, and it was the finals, right?
I think so.
Yeah, he put Van Boeing in the loser side early in the tournament, and then lost a tough, close match to him in the finals. But that Shane Van Boeing kid is future of pool and present of pool right now. And there's another one out there too. Everybody knows Jesse Engel. He's a young, strong player. He's going to be a force to reckon with in another 2 or 3 years when he gets a little more seasoning.
Definitely. There's some good, tough players here too, man. Some really talented individuals here.
Yeah, this is a pretty decently strong field. There's really no pushovers.
No.
You have to come to play. You can't just lollygag and expect to get multiple shots at this caliber of tournament. Neither we have
oh no, this is a lot of
pros in this tournament, and
this
some
is
of the
strong.
top amateurs from here to Virginia.
Not all of them made it through to this side because of that fact. I mean, these good players are playing other really tough players, and
absolutely,
going.
These tournaments seem to draw some pretty strong players, and like I said, we have a few from that play on the Pro Tour that are here as well. Shaun Wilkie is 21st, I believe, in the BCA, and 23rd in the Moscone. So he's ranked pretty high up there. He plays pretty consistent and seems to manage to do well in most tournaments, and plays very high in some of them. And he's still looking to win his first major title to break through. He had his chance a couple of years back, come a little short, but he's going to get there. He's just gonna, he's got to keep plugging away and keep his head straight and practice and do the right things, and he does, and it's going to work out for him.
Yeah, he's got the right mindset. He's just got to tweak it a little bit.
I've always liked Shaun's game as we were growing up. He's always had no fear as far as shooting balls with authority. Doesn't baby a lot of shots unless it has to be done. He's pretty aggressive player, and he gets in a gear, and he's hard to beat. Shouldn't be no problems from here. It's just one rail. In his perfect position on the 9. It's about to be 2-0, Mr. Wilkie. Winter break format. If Mr. Wilkie happens to catch a gear here on a couple of breaks, he could put Mr. Morgan on ice in that chair, and that could be virtually the set in the match, jumping out that far, not letting your opponent get going himself. It's probably going to lead to maybe another mistake or two if you're not feeling comfortable. Shaun's been in these positions many times before, though. It's just like another day at the office.
It sure is. He's Bob the Builder, doing his work and working, This is his trade. Taking some careless shots, though, I'll tell you. But
like I said, he is an aggressive player. He's offense first a lot of times. He knows when to play safe, but sometimes he's got the ability to pocket balls very well. And a lot of times he feels there's pretty much shots on the table that there's ones that he cannot not make. That he's able to make them, So he's aggressive. Sometimes it pans out for him, but
the percentages.
Yeah, the percentage wasn't really there. But you know what? I've seen him when he plays the top tier players. He buckles down a little more. He plays more safes. But Shaun Morgan's not one to take too many chances on either. He can catch a gear, and he can give you some trouble. Miscue. See what I was talking about and not being at the table for a couple of games early, but for like one shot, just he's not fluent.
See, and I like playing safe.
Mistakes happen. Shaun's probably going to try to maybe play the 1-9, maybe. I mean, I kind of like the run out here. Mm-hmm. The balls are wide open. The 3's really not much trouble. The 8's where the 9 is, but he's gonna play the combo. It looks like.
No, you can see he's confident with it. Nice. 3-0 quickly.
Well, what do we know, right?
Yeah.
Put it right in like it was hanging in the hole. All combos are tough.
It's that
Unless they're
level.
frozen straight in, all combos can be difficult.
They can work though. They really can work. If you hit them just right, they'll work. You know, but it's just getting them hitting, getting that hit, that pure click. And I was, also thinking that whenever you're frozen in your chair and you come out of the chair and you come up to a long shot all the way across the table like that, like Alaska, I think it's best to play safe. I really do.
He's not comfortable at all.
You're not right at that point.
It's like it's just you've been there a million times before. It's like things don't feel right. You got to get comfortable first, and it's obvious he's not too comfortable. He's made 2 or 3 careless mistakes and a miscue, which is it's turned out to be a 3-0 lead, Shaun Wilkie, because of it.
Yeah, I'd like everybody to stop in the Top Hat Billiard Club here in Parkville, Maryland. It's around Baltimore Belt Loop.
Off of Cedar Hill Road, 8809 for those that want to know.
8809 Cedar Hill Road, Parkville, Maryland, 21234. Stop in. Let them know you saw it on the stream. And
I'd like to thank Fat Low again, the owner of the pool hall, for having allowed the event to be here. Great owner, great person.
Got some other sponsors: Coins of the Realm, Pete Boyer, George Hammerbach, BCA instructor, Capone Custom Cues, Remax Pros, Mike Riccadella, Jab Productions, The Mez Tour, Jose Burgos, Gambling Clothing Company, Kamui Tips, and Hard Luck Sportswear, and it's, of course, Inside Pool Magazine. There you go. How do you like that? Good? Good. 1-9 combo again.
This is a tough, difficult shot here, but he's got to try to shoot at this ball. Nice shot. Nice shot. I seen as soon as it come off the one that it was going to go in the hole. That might be maybe a game that Mr. Morgan needs to maybe get himself going here.
I agree.
Because 4-0 right there would have been very devastating going to 7. It's 3-1 instead of a 4-game gap. It's a 2-game gap. So Mr. Morgan has a shot to maybe get himself back into this set. He's going to need a good break, control the cue ball, and play smart.
He has a pretty good break. He breaks from the box. He usually gets a wing ball to flop in there.
That's the ball that you normally try to make when you break from the box, the wing ball. And I like that he doesn't try to do like some of the players out there manipulating and going outside the rack, thinning their finger off the edge of the one ball to create the space and the back a little bit so the wing ball squirts in every time. I mean, it's an unfair advantage.
But
there is no rule saying you can't rack the balls the way you want to as long as they're frozen and they're on the spot. But I think that they're going to eventually they're gonna have some type of stipulation that's going to correct that eventually. I hope so. I'm from the old school. I'm a fan of rack the balls, no pattern racking, power break, and that's it. You know, the soft breaks, the cut breaks, and all that stuff. That's like romper room pool. You know, it's like Mickey Mouse pool. You're manipulating the rack to where your skill of your break is not making the balls. It's how the balls are positioned in the rack that's allowing them to go in the hole every time when you just hit the one firm. You know, power breaks. Guys like Bustamante, Van Boeing's young, but he's an old school style type player. He breaks hard from the box, and no pattern racking. Doesn't need to go outside the rack and mess with the balls with the getting a static and everything.
I've seen him. I've seen
There's so
him
many
do that.
different ways.
I've seen Shane do that.
Well,
But they all do it.
Here's
man.
here's
They all
the
do
thing.
it.
A lot of them
They can do it. They do it.
that don't do it. If a player is doing it to them all the time and getting away with it, sometimes the player says, "You know what? Screw it. If they're gonna do that, I'm gonna do that for them to them in this match as well." And then the next match they won't do it if the other guys got doing it. It's like
Right.
tit for tat, but
Yeah.
it's just a part of pool that I'm not a fan of. And there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way, and then there's others out there who think that you should be able to do what you want with the balls as long as they're frozen. But if it's creating an unfair advantage for a weaker player to make him into a better player, then I guess they're going to do what they got to do. That just shows to me that they believe that they don't have as much. That's a nice shot right there.
Man, we're just smacking the cheese in here every time.
We're too busy gaffing on about other stuff, and Mr. Morgan just made a nice combo right there. And we got a 3-2 match now. Shaun Wilkie ahead, race to 7.
That's the clicker. Mr. Bruner's out in the chat saying hi.
Mr. Bruner.
Chris.
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
I'll be seeing him next month at the Virginia State. You gonna be there?
Well, I was gonna say I was just there last week. How come he's not here?
All right, so he breaks. See, he keeps putting that 9-ball down there by that pocket. He was doing that last night too.
Yeah.
Did you commentate on that match with me last night? His match with.
No, it was
he kept kicking that one down.
It was the Matt Craw,
okay.
Rick Glasscock match.
All right, I got you.
Which Matt Craw, by the way, is still winner side. They got to play Ryan McCrease, I believe, for the hot seat. That should be a good match. I would love to actually be around to maybe commentate that match as well.
Definitely. You're hired, man.
I appreciate that. That was a nice controlled combo. Kept the 2 down where it needed to be. He's going to probably just spin it 2 rails.
Who?
Looks like Shaun got
You want to
maybe
commentate for a little bit?
a little straight in
Help
on
me
this
out.
3-ball.
Get a chair.
He might have maybe a little bit of an angle to maybe he's gonna have to juice this ball a little bit. We're going to looks like we're gonna have a third party jump in on us on the commentating viewers out there watching. We got Ryan Genie Man McCree sitting down with us.
What's up there, boys?
So Ryan, you'll be playing for the hot seat coming up not too shortly against Matt Craw, I believe, right?
Like a fish. Finally. How'd he end up there? I wasn't looking.
Wow.
But,
Well, he got straight in on the 3-ball at the back end of the table, and he had to juice the cue ball to come all the way back around. And anytime you don't get where you need to be and you got to put some extra stuff on the ball, the cue ball ends up maybe in the wrong spot for you. So Ryan, you haven't been playing too much as of late, but you're playing pretty well in this tournament. How you feel about your chances of winning this thing?
pretty good. Yeah,
Pretty
it's
good.
been this weekend will be 4 months that I haven't played.
Well, so far it's really not showing the rust. You played very well yesterday in the first day of the tournament. You beat a couple good players pretty convincingly.
Yeah. Finally. Little flashback. Flashback of the past.
You're still in your prime age-wise.
I wish.
Should I say?
I wish. Look at this.
That was a good shot.
Yeah. Yeah, he should be all right here.
It was 3-0 out the gate. Wilkie and Shaun Morgan's won the last 2 games to get back in it, but he needed
should have won that game.
Yeah,
gotta make that bank.
He should have won the last one. That bank he should have definitely made. It was a cherry bank. It should have been pocketed. Can't make them kind of mistakes against Shaun. He's a solid player, and he can catch a pretty high gear when he's rolling. And can't make mistakes like that. He's got a lot more experience than Alaska. He's played a lot better players more often in bigger tournaments under bigger pressure situations for a lot more money. So he's probably the more comfortable of the 2 players here right now.
Oh yeah.
But Shaun Morgan.
I like rolling this ball. I don't like jacking up like that.
Yeah, I don't like jacking up either. But nevertheless, it's 4-2 Shaun Wilkie.
Race to 7, right?
Race to 7, winner breaks. So what's the next event you may have lined up for yourself there, Genie Man?
I don't know. I think
Virginia State, maybe?
You're not allowed. You got to be a Virginia resident.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be most likely that action tour here, I think. Or the straight pool qualifier in
Was that Big Daddy's? Was Drexel line? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What happened here? This froze up. This and this. Yeah, it froze up, I think. Yeah. No? Oh.
Wow, that was a pretty powerful break there. 3-ball in the corner. It's not going to have much on the 1, but it looks like it's probably going to be a safe shot behind either the 8 and 4, or maybe even spin behind the rail on the 7-ball.
With me?
That was a nice shot right there.
Ooh. Oh, it was with me. Yeah, Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan wins 9-8 against Shaun and the winner's side.
Stevie, are you out there? Mr. Vore, Fishy, are you out there? That was a good shot by Alaska. He played safe, Alaska. I don't like this jump cue thing, man. He jumped the ball 3 times on me. He made it all 3.
20-some years ago, there was no such thing as a jump cue.
I can't stand them things. They need to borrow them from every tour. They shouldn't even be allowed in a pool room.
I use one, but I never was a fan of one. I've only been using one for a few years myself. If you're going to jump, you should be able to jump with your own cue.
Well, that's fine. If you can jump with a full cue, go ahead.
All the years coming up into my early middle 20s, I always jumped with my sneaky peek. I never had a jump cue.
That's why I like the Jaws tour. You can't use a jump cue.
Use everything that's meant to be used for the game.
Jump with the shooting cue that you play with.
Oh, that's it. Or kick. One or two.
Takes away from kicking, safe, and all that, all the good stuff. I mean, he played a perfect safe, and now he just take this
2 inches behind the ball, and the guy gets up and over
this
it.
It
makes
little
it,
sissy cue and jump over the ball. It's just, I can't stand them. They shouldn't be allowed in a pool room.
Like I was discussing earlier, I'm not a fan of the soft break and the cut break and all that. I'm like an old style type player.
That's why I like 10-ball.
Power break and squat the cue ball.
That's why I like 10-ball. Wow, he didn't get over that? That's a miracle.
Yeah, that
he jumped perfect against me. He was 3 for 3.
That shouldn't have been much of a problem for Shaun Wilkie to get over top that ball. Alaska needed that kind of a break, being down 4-2. This could make it a 4-3 if he
And
can
breaking.
manage to get out. Not much trouble here. Just
Nope.
getting back to the 2 ball. And,
Is that the 2 in the corner right there?
and then the 4 is over by the 8, but everything's
perfect.
clear.
Perfect
5
pass.
where the 6 is, the 7's where the 8. I mean, it shouldn't be much of a problem.
Yeah, he
He
should
kept
be.
it simple. He didn't try to come back down table. He just went between the window, which is smart. He's probably just going to spin this ball and come out. 2 rails, I believe.
Yeah, he should.
Looks like a perfect speed. Got a nice little angle.
Yeah.
Wound up a little
Oh.
short, but he should be okay.
Gotta make sure he misses the 7 ball. Or the 8, whichever one that is, I can't tell.
He's probably just going to spin it with a little bit of right and come off the one side
Yeah, it's
rail.
the 7 ball.
I think he's got room to clear
Make
this.
sure you don't go over there behind that 6 ball down there.
That's true. Like that.
Like this.
Too hard. He hits it full. He's got a nice little Duncan Hines roll there, huh? We all ask for
little
one or two
jelly.
every now and then.
I got one on Shaun Hill. Well, he got one, and then I got one right back. Mine ended up coming out better.
This bar he scratches back here in his side pocket, he should be okay.
Yeah, he's out. He's playing pretty good this weekend. He's out.
He was struggling a little bit in the first couple of games. It's like he was
Nervous.
feeling a little pressure. He told me last night when he played on the televised stream round that he felt uncomfortable with the table. The balls were sliding. The table just didn't play the same as it did a couple of months ago.
Plus, they don't play the same as the ones out here.
Well, I think they added an extra row of lights around the table, and it's kind of like the temperature's a little different in there. It's a little warmer. The balls are rolling a little faster too. It seems like in there, and the English is not quite grabbing the cue ball like you'd like it to. It's sliding a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it is when it felt's like.
I like the
new.
tables out here. I haven't played on this yet. I have to play on it next, so I'm going to find out what it's like. So, the next match in the finals is probably going to be on this, so I better figure something out quick. That was a good out by Mr. Alaska.
Yeah, we definitely got a match here. It's 4-3.
Anybody's game. He's breaking, so I mean, he can make the ball on the break, get a combo.
Alaska has a pretty decent break. He breaks from the box. He normally controls the cue ball pretty good. He doesn't try to over break, but he hits them really firm. See, he let off on his break there, though. It looked like he didn't want to. Yeah, he didn't want to scratch. He babied the break, and you gotta play your game. You can't get up there because of certain situations and try to adjust your game instantly when you play a certain way. It's hard to make that adjustment instantaneously and be effective. Oh, that was a careless mistake by Shaun there. Wow. Wow, Shaun got out the gate early and was looking comfortable. Now he's made a couple of unforced errors that normally he doesn't make.
Al, it's Ryan. Hey, call me back. It's 2 o'clock. Wondering where you're at. Thought you were going to come here, but
Sorry we haven't made the adjustment on the score here. It's 4-3, Shaun Wilkie. We're having just a slight bit of technical difficulty getting the number switched over. Need to make the adjustment on the score. It's 4-3. I just. I like playing the safe here, Ryan. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Spin it back down 2 rails, come back behind the pack of balls.
I would hit it thin and try to go, like, hit right before the side pocket. He kicked at it.
I didn't like that
shot. I don't like that shot neither. No way.
It looked like it kind of worked out, but
you're going to leave it open no matter what. You can't hook him doing it like that.
Yeah, he's probably going to get another safe shot back out of it.
You should just try to nick it thin, hit right before the side, and go down behind the 9 and the 3 and the 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the cube, the 1 would have been over behind the 2-6 with a wall. That way you leave the sellout no matter what.
Absolutely.
I mean, no way you would have hooked him from there.
I thought that was a bad choice.
Yeah.
But nevertheless...
a free shot at the 9, a save, anything.
I like the safe here again, though.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make the 1-9, that's
I might just follow it. Hit the 1 straight up table and have the cube right, like, try to hit the 9, go behind the 3.
Shaun, he's uncomfortable with this shot. He's not too sure with what he wants to do with it. That's obvious because he's normally a pretty quick-paced player, and he would have played this shot if he was comfortable with what he was thinking.
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
I
don't have no clue what that was.
I would have definitely banked the 1 back down the other end of the table and spun the cue ball, like almost foul it, like you said, and try to get
I would rather have shot at the 9 than do that.
If you were going to do that, you might as well have shot the 9. I like that shot.
Yeah, looked like the combo was dead.
Well, the combo, yeah, he could have made the 5, but the 1 ball might have squirted the wrong way for him. Cue ball.
It looks like the combo is dead, really. I don't know why he did that. And a good shot, though. Left him hooked.
You might be able to see the edge of this ball, maybe.
Yeah, because if he just hits the side of it, he's going to hook him behind the 3, 8, 9 like this. Just like that.
Nice.
Perfect shot.
That looks like that's going to pan out pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was a good safe, but it's an easy safe back as long as he hits the right side of the 1 ball.
It's a little chess match going on in this game. That's about the 3rd straight safe in a row they've each played on the 1. Early on, it looked like this match was going to be lopsided, but Mr. Morgan's got himself back in this match after being down 4-1.
Look at this shot.
Yes. Oh.
Perfect. And this is the thing. He did a nice, great save, and watch what happens here.
The sissy cue comes out.
The sissy cue comes out. Yeah, there it is. This takes away from Poole. He can't play no good shots.
Because if the jump cue wasn't in effect, it'd either be a masse around the ball or a 2-rail kick.
Yeah, but he's got to come with it. He's got to do something smooth. He can't just do this stupid shot.
Yeah. He did kick that ball very well.
Yeah, and then see, now he gets away with another roll with the jump cue. That's why I can't stand that thing.
I agree. But it is what it is, and we were talking about something yesterday, and I want to get your input on what you think about it. As the game of pool is progressive, went from 9-ball to 10-ball rotation. I feel that maybe in the next 5 years or so, you're liable to see it go to 15-ball rotation.
Good.
What do you think?
I don't know. It's too long.
Well,
takes too long.
The thing is, the Philippines, that's all they play is 15-ball rotation, and they
Yep.
play 9-ball, and it's like basically a joke. It's a little
Yep.
more than half the rack.
Yeah,
Can you imagine
that would take too long on TV or anything like that.
Can you imagine
Tournaments.
how many racks that they've got to the 9 on? And
Just
didn't
imagine
get out?
how long it takes 10-ball tournaments. Imagine how long it would take that tournament. You need a week for a 60-man tournament.
Or either that or the race would have to be shorter. Which
You'd have
is,
to limit the field to 24 or 32 guys. Just do it like
bump up the
that.
entry fee, right?
That'd be the only way. You couldn't have a big tournament like that. No way. It'd be impossible. 10-ball is perfect.
I predicted maybe not all the tournaments would end up being that, but they'll have
They
like
should have more 8-ball tournaments and straight pool tournaments, not just run-out pool.
that's
8
two.
balls is
That's two games of
thinking
pool.
game.
That's
And
two.
straight pool is a thinking game. This run-out pool just gets old. It gets boring. That's why it dies
Manipulations
out so
of
fast.
the break and all that.
Yeah,
like
it
you know,
just
with the
dies
rack.
out too fast.
Sure.
8-ball is a good game, man.
8-ball and straight pool, both of the games that are old-fashioned, are kind of
Everything's different.
fading. They're fading. The originals of pool games are fading.
8-ball is the best game.
Incorporates a little bit of everything in there, just
Yeah.
about, don't it?
Shaun looks like he's kind of got a give-up stroke right now. Like he's not really trying.
Yeah, Shaun's been struggling very, very bad the last 3 games.
Yeah. That's what I see he has too.
There's probably going to be another safe shot here.
Yeah. This is an easy one here.
They've
Just
been,
roll him up on the 3-9.
They've been playing safe on this one ball for,
For a
how
while.
long? About 6 shots apiece now.
At least.
Shaun did miss a shot on the one that he had a chance at the second.
The first game, the first shot of the game.
And for about 15 minutes now, they've been. It's almost like they're playing one pocket.
Yeah,
15 minutes before a ball was made in rotation. It's
all he's
pretty
got to
long
do is
time.
just roll it up behind the 3-9. What was that?
What is that? Oh, he tried to go behind the
Yeah,
7.
he got away with it though. He should have just shot the one straight into the rail and left the cube right behind the 3.
What would you do here, Ryan? Safe behind the 5, 2 rails?
I don't know if he can go to that rail and kick at it. I would just kick at it real slow.
And try to lock the balls
Just
up.
leave the cue ball froze to the 1 right there. Not break, yeah.
Jam the balls up.
Unless he could like a 1 pocket shot and
Down there.
2 rail the cue ball back down behind the 3 and 9.
That's what I was looking at first.
Like
Wow.
that, but I mean, he hit it real
Real
hard.
hard. And
Come on, all right there, no shot.
doesn't have much of a shot here.
Nope.
This is the type of shot here. I mean, I don't really see an easy safe attempt neither. He may have to try to back cut this one and come back around 2 rails behind the deuce. That looks like what he's lining up to do. It's hard to safe from here. So when that's
I would
safe
just nick the 1, put the 1 over
Would you
on
try to
the
play
right
safe
rail.
from there?
Yeah, put the 1 over on the right rail and have your cue ball go 1 rail down and up and try to stick him up like behind the 2 and the 6. He looks like he's shooting at a white flag right now.
he might try a 1 putt. Oh, look at
Look at this
this.
shot,
Oh.
yeah, that's a white flag shot. Got away with it though.
Mm-hmm.
They're both rolling pretty good on this 1 ball. They haven't left their shot yet.
We're going on getting close to 20 minutes now, and they still ain't made the 1 ball.
And they've shot at it a few times.
They've had seven
At
seven
least.
shots each.
At least.
Minimum.
Maybe more, yeah.
Minimum 7 apiece, and nobody wants to forfeit that 1 ball.
Yeah, see, he could roll the cue ball right up on the deuce right here.
Bro, this should be. Looks like he might be lining up to shoot this ball though.
He should float it right up behind the ball, but
Go right up on the 2, right? You know what?
That's
He
the
looks
shot.
like that's what he's doing now. He changed up.
oh, he went for it. Wow, this
Wow,
shot.
nice shot. Bumped to 2-2. Got good shape. Nice shot. Don't look like much trouble from here. Well, he's just got to get correct on the 3.
He's got to get on the 3 ball.
He may be even trying to. Okay.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's okay now.
He should be out now.
It's a little. The 9 ball could give him a.
As long as he don't tiki-tack either one of
The
these
9
balls and hook himself.
I kind of
He
like.
should draw it right over to the rail.
There you go. That was a good shot.
Yeah, he's fine. He's out.
This game is kind of a big game in the set actually because Shaun was
5-3 and breaking or 4-4.
Absolutely. Shaun was starting to pull away early in the set, up 3-0. Careless mistake.
God.
One-stroked it.
Yep. He didn't even get on the 6 ball neither, really.
One-stroked it. Wow. Yeah, this is a big game. The way Shaun got out the gate early, and then
yeah, he didn't even get on the 6 ball. I mean, the 8's in a normal spot, but still a tough shot. This is a big game here now.
Yes, it is.
He's got to make sure he gets out. If he don't get out of here, he's a dead duck. He hit it perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't hit
perfect
that no
speed.
better. Can't hit that no better.
Yeah, anytime the ball's in the back of that pocket like that, makes it tough to get that cue ball to react the way you want when it's skimming both them rails at this, so quickly. It affects the English a lot.
What is he doing? Why would you do that?
I like drawing that back and getting closer to the 7.
Follow and come off the rail.
But closer to the 7,
yeah.
right? Stop leaving yourself so
long. If he
long.
don't get out here, he's in deep trouble. But I mean, he's
wow. He's short.
Short.
That's what happens when you leave yourself long. Your stroke has to be even better.
If he misses this, then you can just pack his bags.
Uh-oh, there's a corner back there. I think he's okay, though. Nice shot.
Good out.
Well, he bailed himself out on that one.
4-4 and breaking.
Yep, we have a match.
I feel like it's probably going to go Shaun. It's going to go Alaska's way now just because of the...
Yeah, Shaun got out the gate, was up 3-0 and 4-1, and Mr. Morgan's won the last 3
Usually
games.
costs you 2 when you dog it. Or make a mistake. Usually costs you 2.
Yep.
Punishment. That's what happens to me. I see it happen to everybody else, too.
I'll make a prediction. The 9 ball gets made in on the break, but it's not going to count. Only if it's in the back 2 end pockets of the break side.
Or the side.
That's that 2-game swing that you're talking about there, Genie Man.
Yep.
It's a good break he's got, putting that 9 on.
The 9's been going to the hole just about every time.
Yeah,
but
I don't like that.
It's not going to count, though, but unless it goes in the back end break end side. You can a ball around it for a carry.
I
or
like
a
playing
combo.
the 9 has to go last. Ain't no combos to the 9. You make a combo
Call
to the
everything,
9,
right?
You make a combo to the 9, it comes up. You keep
Call
shooting.
everything, right?
No. If the 9's got to go in last.
No, I'm saying call everything.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Call all
but
shots.
I mean, even then, if the 9 goes in, you keep shooting.
That eliminates all the luck of slopping balls, and the better skilled player is going to come out.
10 ball, same way. Call every shot, every safe, everything. No monkey pool. Gotta make the balls. You miss it, I'm gonna make you shoot again. If I don't have a shot.
If I'm not mistaken, there's some tournaments out there to where if you miss the ball, it's ball in hand, right?
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'd rather just be
Call all shots.
Make me shoot.
You can't play safe. Well, you can play safe, but it's like a weird rule that they had. I've seen a couple of tournaments that way.
Look at this, he switched sides on the break. He switched pockets.
And he's babying his break a little bit.
Sold out again. Look at this out too. Oh my God.
The only
ball here is the 4. I mean, it's all perfect.
The 2's by the side. He's got a little angle to just coast for the 3.
Ding, ding, ding here.
Just
I mean, should be able to get out of here.
Yeah, but there's been a
What the heck? Wow. What the heck happened here? I don't know. I don't like that. It went from an easy out to
I don't know what he was
real hard out.
Wow. Oh.
Uh-oh. Babaloo, darling.
It hit a crouton and went in.
Now what, though? I mean, you got to come perfect. But
you got to come perfect. It looks like 2 rails in between the 5 and the 9 and back around. I mean, he's got to really spin this ball.
He might have to go 4, go all the way down to him, try to not hit the 7.
I guess. We're back around the back way, yeah.
make sure you don't.
Regardless,
scratch.
either one of them two choices is going to be tough. He might try to. I don't think he's going to try to draw off this ball and into
No
the
way.
9 and kick himself back down there. I actually might like a safe shot here myself, believe it or not. 2 rails over by the side rail and the cue ball back behind the 9. Look at this.
Right
Look at that shot.
That's what I said. That's the way to do it. Because I mean,
That's why
can't
Shaun
baby
is
it. You gotta shoot the ball
caliber
hard.
of player he is, because he can potentially bail himself out of situations like that. I think he's
But
playing
none
a
of it
little
counts until you make that yellow and white ball.
the banana ball for the cheese.
Rolled it up.
Shouldn't be much of a problem here. He's got a nice little angle on the 6. He's probably just going to draw it back 2 rails and come back out for the 7. Wound up a little short. This is probably going to be a little low right spin. 2 rails come back out for the 8. Oh, he neglected to come back around 4 rails. That's a good shot, but he's gonna. Yeah, I don't like all them extra rails he went. All he had to do is just play that same shot, 2 rails, and come back out to the middle of the table. Instead, he come back out and all the way back around behind the 9 and back out to the middle. That's a lot of distance for the cue ball to travel and expect to get perfect. He should be okay, though. Nice shot. Looks like it's going to be 5-4 Shaun Wilkie over Shaun Morgan right now. Race to 7, loser side. Planet Pool Pro-Am Tour, Top Hat Billiards Club in Parkville, Maryland. Once again, Fat Low, the owner. Great establishment, great food, nice equipment to play on, good atmosphere, good people. As you can see, Shaun's got the Hard Luck Sportswear hat on, the new clothing line to come out. He's actually both of the players that are playing right now are the 2 player reps, first 2 player reps for Hard Luck Sportswear sponsorship. I actually got my Hard Luck gear on as well right now. Five to 4, Shaun gets some Wilkie against Shaun Alaska Morgan. It's Shaun's break, winner breaks format, race to 7. For those that are just joining us and didn't know the format. Nice solid break. Uh-oh. Thought for a second the cue ball might have got kissed into the corner, but didn't manage to make anything. He left a little tough shot here. It's probably going to be it's going to be a safe or a push out, one of the 2. I neglect to play the safe, not push out here and give the other guy the attempt to play the safe. Too many balls around the 1 to push out and hope that he can't lock you on one of them. Yeah, he's going to push out to the back end of the table and leave it long for Wilkie.
Giggity get some.
Probably going to be a safe shot here. Thin it and go behind the ball. It's a pretty decent shot. I think he hooked him on the edge of the 7. He might have a little window to spin around, but regardless, it's still difficult even if he does have a little bit of room. It's close.
I think he's seeing a ton of 7 ball right now.
Yeah, it looks like the edge of the ball's got him hung up.
Yep. I think he's washed up for a few minutes here.
Like I said before, it looked like early in the match that
Right.
that it was going to be very lopsided. Shaun Wilkie got out the 3-0 lead. Sean Morgan was struggling, made a couple of early mistakes. Shaun got up to 4-1, and then since that, it's been pretty much up until the last game all Shaun Morgan. He won 3 in a row and tied it back up 4-4, and then he made a careless mistake on the one ball after they safed about 6, 7, 8 times apiece on it the last game, and Shaun come out on top, Wilkie that is, and won that game to go back ahead 5-4. He's probably gonna just try to fire this ball in the corner pocket and come off that side rail between the 8 and the rail and back out for the 2. But this is a tough shot here.
Gotta
up
be able to
against the
make
rail,
this.
and you're jacked up. It's hard to see the angle.
He's expected to make this, being that, you know, he should make this ball. This is what separates the men from the boys right here. This
True.
shot.
He's a very strong player. Oh. Well, he put the cue ball where he wanted. He just happened to miss the one. And it looks like if this ball comes off the rail a little more, wow.
Safety play on that shot, man. Safety play.
Yeah, he's probably going to bank this ball 2 rails back down to the other end of the table and spin the cue ball up against the 6. Let's see what he does. He might thin the outside and put the 1 against the 6. That's probably the way he's going to go. Yep. He's back behind the 5 ball. This looks like...
Good save.
Well, actually, no. They rolled a little too far. He didn't get far enough behind the 5.
And you were talking about how Shaun's or Wilkie's a offensive player, and moves like that, like he just played against the good players, it's over. You know, you got to know when to play safe. And that shot was too low percentage.
And this is a key game to the set, because if Mr. Wilkie wins, it puts him on the hill going to 7. This will give him 6 games, and that's going to put a lot more pressure on Alaska to have to win the last 3 games, and can't. Basically, he's going to have to play perfect from here on out.
Yep.
If he gets a chance to get back to the table, if Shaun gets out here. How many viewers we got today?
We're looking pretty good. I've seen a lot better, but we're okay.
Yeah, well, you know,
It's early. Everybody's
it's early.
outside.
A lot of people got in late from last night. Those that go out, Shaun
that
got a nice little jelly roll there and
Yeah, he did.
slopped the ball in the side pocket, but that's the way the balls roll sometimes.
I'll tell you what, the big thing is the YouTube videos, and everybody go to our YouTube channel, Inside Pool Mag, and subscribe to it. All these matches will be available on YouTube, and probably already are if you're watching this through YouTube.
And those that aren't, within the next day or two, they will be
we'll
anyway.
put them on there. Yeah, so that's where the target really is those YouTube videos. The stream, it's whoever's lucky enough to be there to see it.
Yeah, because normally you got to pay a little bit of an entry fee to see these the
Yep.
pro caliber players when we play. The seats don't charge much, but it normally $10 to $20 to come see per person, and you get to watch great pool play for free and up close and personal, and even maybe get an autograph or two, or and learn from watching the better players. It's a good experience for those that are trying to learn.
That's it. Come and play in these Planet Pool events and all these local events. Get your experience up playing good players like Shaun, both Shauns here. And yourself, Rob.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Rob Metz, if you're wondering who was commentating with me.
Baltimore Bullet.
The Baltimore Bullet.
That's what they call me.
That's his new nickname. Don't forget.
I didn't give it to myself. It was given to me, so I'll take it.
Yep.
That's what they call me, so that's what I'll take. They say at times I shoot the balls in the hole so well, and I shoot people full of holes. So I guess that's why I got it.
Well, we have two good mutual friends, so any friend of theirs is a friend of mine.
It's Rob Saez and Blair.
And Blair Thine.
Blair Thine, who's
we didn't know we were mutual friends with both those guys
until yesterday.
Yeah.
15 days in Vegas with Mr. Saez and Blair. We had a blast.
I talked to him during that time.
Blair Thane has working on this project, Pool, Poker, and Pain.
Definitely, everybody support
that. It's got poker, pool, and UFC fighting all in one. He is also a cage fighter himself. He's been working on it for a few years. He's very close to having it break through. He's got some major companies looking to back the project. It's a multi-million-dollar project. It takes time. He's been working on it hard. We stay in Vegas for 15 days. Me and Rob leave, and he's there 3 more weeks afterwards, grinding him out, trying to make things happen. He's a hard worker and hard work. He's gonna break through.
That's tough being out there that much time, man. It's intense.
Yes,
Vegas is intense.
Looks like he's going to try to probably play safe behind the 7, or is he going to try to bank this 6 ball with the bridge? That's a tough shot.
That's the shot he's playing.
Yeah, he tried to bank the ball. Uh-oh.
Trying to miss the scratch, and he sold out.
It looks like he got away with that because he looks like he's almost straight in on the 6 back in the pocket. This is a really low percentage. Very, very difficult. But you know what? I'm not so sure he's going to have a decent shot at a safe here. He's going to have to be aggressive and try to make this ball and get back down table on the 7. That's probably the choice.
There's a safe. What he needs to do is come off the 6 ball into the 2nd diamond, kick the 6 ball to the bottom rail all the way back up table, and have that cue ball go down table.
Boy, I tell you, when we sit here and commentate, we can do everything perfect from the chairs, can't we?
That would be
we never miss a shot.
That would be a really tough safety. But
it's no matter how he looks at it, either choice is very tough.
Or just go for it. What do? You just go for it?
I'd neglect to. I would shoot this ball and try to make it and get out. I mean, either shot is equally as tough. So why not? Why play defense when you can play offense if they're both the same difficulty of a shot? So you got to be aggressive here and take a chance, because if you play a bad safe, which is very tough, and you sell out, then you second guess that you should have shot at the ball and took a chance to get out.
I can groove with that.
I'd be aggressive here, try to fire this ball in the hole. It looks like he has a slight angle, so he's going to have to stay down on the ball. High English, come off the end rail with a little bit of left-hand English to straighten it out when it comes off that angle. We're over here in the booth commentating, and it's a little tough to see exactly the correct angle that he has, but we can get pretty good idea. He's pretty much almost straight in. This is looks like he's going to jack up and try to draw it back. I mean, that makes it even rougher.
Yeah, I try to go forward here, top spin.
I get down on the ball and I try to high English and stroke this ball forward.
I don't hit this with bottom English ever. Yeah, I mean, it'll power in there, but...
Oh, nice shot. Look at that shot. That's why he's a caliber player he is as well. Mm-hmm. That was a very nice shot there. Perfect.
Risky.
Yeah.
Real risky.
But you know what? He was aggressive. He had to be that way in that situation. He couldn't allow Shaun to get on the hill.
This could really turn the match over.
I'd like to see Mr. Morgan get out here and tie this match up.
Sure.
Because that was a very very high caliber shot that he just come up with.
Shot.
The best player in the world don't have to make that ball and get that kind of shape. Believe me when I tell you.
Yeah, that was a really nicely executed shot there. Because this table's... It's not the easiest table to play in the world.
Nah, it's a little quirky. It's got an extra set of lights around it. It's the temperature's a little warmer over top the table, which is heating up the felt, makes the balls roll a little faster, and the balls are sliding a little bit. when you try to go from one side of the table to the other with that English, it's like it doesn't grab at first. It slides for a second before it grabs, which in turn takes you off the angle that you're trying to be on. I'm glad I get to commentate another match today. I didn't play so well myself yesterday. Can't always play good. I finished 7th, 8th in the last event that they had, and I won the second chance tournament. So, but you know, it is what it is. You always learn, even when you lose. Like I've said before. Oh, I thought he almost missed that ball for a second. We got a match here, 5-5. Shaun Alaska Morgan against Shaun Wilkie. Shaun Alaska is from New York, plays out of Capone's and a couple other pool halls out there. A lot of strong players in New York. You got Tony Robles, Mika Eminen lives there now. Rob Saez used to live there for a while. There's a bunch of good players out of there. You got a guy nicknamed Spain, Mark Vidal,
Yep.
who also plays out of there.
Frankie Hernandez.
Manny Chow. Who's a good friend of mine, who's actually trying to recover from a shoulder injury, and he slipped on the ice actually last winter and hurt his shoulder, so he's trying to recover from that. It's not looking good right now, but I'm hoping for him. Man, he's a great person. He showed me a few things actually for kicking. He's an awesome 3-cushion player, as well as billiards. Billiards is another name for the 3-cushion.
Right.
Yeah, plays good rotation, plays everything well. It's I'd like to see him get back on track.
Let me do a little light adjustment here while I got a wire hanging down. Let me take care of that real quick.
We're going to take a short break real quick. We'll be back in about a minute or two. Alaska has taken his one break that he's able to have during the match. Be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna slip a cigarette in there real quick. ESPN is called.
Okay, and we're back. Looks like a nice open table here for Mr. Morgan. All he's got to do is cinch this one past the 9. But he's got a little traffic once he makes this one, unless he comes all the way back out to where he's at now for the 2, because if he gets inside of it a little bit, he's going to have the 7 and the 6 ball in the way, where he's got to come back around for the 3 down the other end of the table. Let's see how he plays this shot. Yeah, he's going to come back out. That's a nice shot. He wants to come out a little more. I think that's pretty much perfect. Draw this ball straight back for the 3 in the left-hand corner, and he's got the 4 going in the right-hand corner, and the 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all at one end of the table. Shouldn't be much trouble here. Just got to get on the 3. Shaun Alaska has settled in this match after being behind early. He's not made that many mistakes as of late, and Shaun's the one making the mistakes now, and Mr. Morgan's been capitalizing. If he can get out here and get on the hill. See, I'm not a fan of that shot. He neglected just to go over to the rail and take the long shot. I would have tried to put a little bit more juice on it and draw and straighten that ball back out to get closer to the 3, because you don't want to leave yourself long like this, especially when you know if you miss that you're going to sell out because of the caliber of playing you're playing. Shaun Wilkie is ranked 21 in the BCA in the country and 23rd, I believe, in the Mosconi Cup ratings. So he's ranked pretty high up there. Out of all the strong players in the world, he's ranked very high up there.
What's up, everybody out there in the chat?
Mr. Morgan to have to make this ball, because this one shot right here can very well mean the whole difference in the set and the match, because they're both on the loser side, and the loser goes home and the winner plays on.
You got that right, man.
This tournament's going to fetch about roughly $1,500–1,600 for first total. So it's a pretty decent payday for a weekend's work.
Yep. 2-day tournament. Jump up.
He jumped up a mechanical error there. He didn't stay down on a shot, and then he popped up when he stroked through the ball, and that throws your alignment off. Shaun's probably just going to spin this real soft, maybe go 2 rails. Yep. And have a nice little angle on the 4. It doesn't look like much trouble. This is probably, he should be out from here. I don't see any problems at all. All the balls are sitting in line. He's got the angles he needs. Yeah, this is this. I'm gonna go out on a limb. This game is over here. It's about to be 6-5, I would say.
You gonna give him the game?
Yeah, I would say so. I wouldn't fold the balls in just yet myself and say, go ahead, you're good. But all he's got to do is connect the dots. It's very elementary from here.
Sure is.
But you know what? That's the type of shots that even the good players can miss, though. To be honest with you, it's the easy ones that get missed more often than the hard ones, because the mindset and your focus isn't the same. You know you're not going to miss, and that's when you do miss. And
I've seen it.
The tough ones you take your time on more and bear down, and that's the balls you make. But it's going to be 6-5. I figured so. Shaun Wilkie, his break to try to win the set and advance on.
Well, this could be where...
yeah, the 3 ball, I believe, right there, like I said, is the whole difference in the set. That's going to be the turning point of winner losing the set for Mr. Morgan. Shaun's just looking for one good break here, break and run. I don't think either one of the 2 players have broken, ran, or racked from their own break.
This table's not accepting balls off the break too much.
And when they have been making a ball, neither one of them have had a clear
shot on the one.
It's always a push or a save. So
yeah, this table.
Maybe Shaun's due for a good break and run here. It'd be a good time for him. It would get him out of a tight match that he was ahead of and comfortable early, and he should feel pretty grateful if he escapes through this match, because Mr. Morgan's giving him a run for his money. Mr. Morgan's no slouch by no means anyway, so this is not no big surprise that he's hanging in there tight with Shaun, because Mr. Morgan has beat plenty of good players in the past. Nope. Once again, it's going to be a a safe shot or a push shot.
I'll tell you what,
after
man.
the break. I see a safe here. What do you think? Bank the ball back around over to the other end of the table and a cue ball back behind the 5?
That's the move, really. But I'll tell you what, Megan was commentating with me yesterday, and she was mentioning, she was mentioning that
Inside
Shaun,
pull, don't mean to cut you off, but inside pull, rep.
Sure. And no problem. And she said that Shaun doesn't have he doesn't work the rack, or he just gets up there and smashes them. And this is the situation where not knowing the rack and not knowing what you want to do. I mean,
He
look what's
wasn't.
happening here.
I don't think he was trying to make that ball, to be honest with you. The reason why I say that is because the position of the cue ball is so far away, and it looked like he was trying to get behind the 8 and the 9 and safe, but he happened to hit the 1 pretty good, and it went in, and now he's left himself tough. I don't think he can play the 2 in the corner. It goes past the 5, that's for sure. Actually, you know what? It's close. He may have just enough room to be able to go past the 8. It's tight.
It's a roll-it-in shot, too, and I don't like going for this. I like trying to find a safety or something here. But we'll see.
It looks like he's going to go.
Jacking up
he's
on
jacking
the
up
ball.
and going in the other corner. I don't like this shot.
No, it's too hard to figure out where it's going to land.
Yeah, I didn't like that shot. Look, he might get a roll here in the corner. Look at this.
Wow, nice roll.
And he's behind the 9.
Still easy jump shot.
Yeah, here comes the what we call the sissy cue. I believe he's going to try to jump over the 9, break out the jump cue. I think pretty sure that's where he's heading to his pull case. Yeah, he's going to pull out the jump cue, it looks like. I see him going into his case. Shouldn't be much of a problem here, actually, even though he's behind the 9 making it. It's so close to the hole. And with these jump cues and everything these days, it makes it so easy to go over top the balls and control the cue ball better than people would realize. The only thing he's got to worry about here is when he makes the 3, the cue ball doesn't roll forward and scratch, or he doesn't kill the cue ball back there and leave himself on the back rail, because then he's going to have a really long, tough cut shot on the 4 ball. There's a way you can jump balls to make them follow, draw, and put spin and English on them too. So you kind of want to jump this ball a little bit of right hand English when you jump it. That way, when it hits the 3 ball, it's gonna come off the rail with some spin and come back out for the 4 ball. But it's difficult. Jumping it and just sticking it there and making it's the easy part, but being able to jump and actually put English on the cue ball at the same time is a different story.
Yep. Yeah, you got to get this one spinning for sure.
I would try to jump it and put the spin on it. I go for it here. I mean, he's on the hill. I mean, if you jump and make it and then you miss the 4, it's a sellout. So you got to be aggressive here as well.
Yep, he just
looks like that's what he's going to do. It looks like he's jumping with a little bit of side English like he's supposed to. Let's see what happens. Oh, he makes the 3, comes off the table. That's ball in hand foul. 3 ball stays down. It is Texas Express rules. I believe 3 foul is in effect.
Yep. But I think it's lights out here.
Yeah, only cue ball foul only, and that's ball in hand. And this probably is going to be game, set, and match.
Yeah, the lights go out.
Yeah, there's not much work here for him. He's just got to, once again, just stay in line.
Well, Morgan's really putting in his time, and that's what matters, getting the experience playing the top-tier players. And
yes, you have to play the better players.
Let's face it, Shaun's number 21 right now. He's a top-ranked player.
He's a top-ranked player, yes.
Alaska here I can guarantee he learned a lot during this match. Guaranteed.
Yes. I've played Shaun a couple of times. Played him in the last the Action Tour Pro-Am, and it was 7-7, and I made 2 mistakes, one in each of the last 2 games, and I lost to him 9-7. You just can't make them types of mistakes. You got to play consistent. Consistency is what it's all about. You can play great for one day, and then play horrible the next day, and then not getting the money or anything, and it's like it's all for nothing. So you gotta. Oh, he almost missed that ball. But it's looks like the lights are out for Mr. Morgan right here. Mr. Wilkie's going to advance 7-5 over Shaun Alaska Morgan. It was a good match, nice tight match for the viewers, and we're glad to have the viewers watching.
Yeah, I want to thank you, Rob Metz, for joining me, and it's been fun hanging out with you. And everybody, stick around. We'll have more pool action ASAP.
No problem. I'm glad to be here, and like I said, it's at Top Hat Pool Hall in Parkville, Maryland. Great establishment, great tournament, and I'll be back a little bit later on to definitely commentate the finals, definitely, and maybe one a little before that. You know.
Sounds good.
All right, it was nice being on air again, and I'll see you guys down the road in a few more minutes or a couple hours or so.
Sounds great, man. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Text me my whole.
All right, and also want to just say for more videos, games, and downloads, go to InsidePoolMag.com. Definitely visit PlanetPoolTour.com. Support the sponsors, Coins of the Realm, George Hammerbacher, Capone Custom Cues, Remax Pros, Mike Riccadella, Jab Productions, Jose Burgos, The Mentor, the Mez Tour, Gambling Clothing Company, Kamui Tips, and our dear friends over at Hard Luck Sportswear. So there you go. And I want to say hi to all our chatters out there. See who we got. We got Skippy 9-Baller, Explorer, Raft Tile, Pool Scrub, Jungle Shot, HC 4868. I saw a pro pool player, but he looks like he's gone. All right, we'll have another match here ASAP, my friends. So stick around. Bada bing.